Hello, everybody. How are you? Thanks for coming back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Cheryl Horvath, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Woodinville, Washington. And today I want to walk through the paper pumpkin box from August called Box of Hope. And I made some fun cards with this set, and I just wanted to share it with you. So I'm going to go through a quick unboxing. Very quick, but if you want to skip past that, I will list in the screen where you can jump to get right to the cards if you don't care about the unboxing part. So grab a cup of coffee. I'm drinking a pumpkin spice latte right now, and my first one of the year, and I have to tell you, it's very yummy. Okay, so with that said, we're going to turn the camera around. So here we go. So paper pumpkin, beautiful box. It's called the Hope Box. It's for August, and inside are lots of goodies that I want to share with you. So every box comes with a Stampin' Blend spot. This month's spot is Blackberry Bliss. This is kind of unusual to get a whole spool of ribbon in a paper pumpkin box. They do send ribbon on occasion, and it's probably not a full spool. I don't know how many yards are in this, but it's quite pretty. It's, I'll show you the one from the box I have opened already. I didn't use it in any of my cards though, so it just seemed, I don't know, I might use it in some fall cards or maybe some Halloween type cards, but it's fabric. It's very loose. You could tie it easily. Let's see. It just, to me, it seemed like it could be just a bit too chunky for some delicate cards, but this could be some great package wrapping for Halloween treats or a birthday. It's a real pretty plum, Blackberry Bliss color. So not too bad. The knots hold really good. Okay, so that's that. The stamp set is, let me put this behind so you can see. Always hope, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. Some pretty butterflies. I love these splashes, little splotchy type stamps when they come in the kits. And then the phrases are broken up a little bit. So you could have, there's faith, where there is blank, you would like maybe add a hope. Where there is faith, miracles happen. So very good sentiment sent there with some cute little coordinating butterflies. So there's that. Obviously you get the flyer inside. I always save the paper. I don't know about you, but I save and reuse all the tissue paper. Okay. Where is everything? So just quickly to run through, I think there's enough card bases and envelopes for 9 cards, I think. If my memory serves me. And get it open. Good Lord. And let me just say right now, I adore these sequins. They are so pretty. Hard to see the color through the camera. Oh, they just look like silver. They have such a pretty pink shimmer to them. I just love them. You get your standard glue dots and your standard adhesive dimensionals. So the envelopes are very pretty. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was right. So 9 envelopes that are printed, pre-printed and decorated. Love this one's my favorite. And then here's some with yellows and greens, and then purples and greens. Very pretty. So you get 9 envelopes. You get 9 card bases, which are pink splatters. This one, and I'll show you how that works in a second. And then there's somewhere in here, green, yeah. And then you get the, let's see, that must be mint macaron. Either that or it's pool party. Let's see what the colors say. In here it says Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Bumblebee, Melon Mambo, Petal Pink, Pool Party, and Poppy Parade. So this color is in the Pool Party family. Okay, so there's the 9 card bases, and then you get a bunch of other extras that are pre-printed, pre-punched. This is intended to go on your outside of your box if you decorate it. That's why it's extra long. This will not fit on a card unless you cut it into pieces. Then there's a little tag and some punch out stars. Hope in 3 languages. Don't know what those two, that might be German. Don't know what that is. And again, a giant butterfly, which I think is intended to decorate the outside of your box. I didn't actually use this in my cards that I'm going to show you today. These are fun. Little banner strips in great colors. Great rainbow colors. Very pretty. You have some more cutouts. This punches out. I'm not going to punch it because I don't want to upset this kit if I don't use it. I can give it to somebody as a gift. So you have 3 of these, which are pretty. Then you have just some plain white panels that are used in the instructions. I can show you that. Then you have some real pretty, reminds me of sherbet, rainbow sherbet ice cream. Blank panels. You have a sheet of circles die cut and sentiment strips. So you've got 8 of those in 4 circles. More background panels. This is in the, looks like dark pool party. And some more real pretty delicate butterflies. Laser cut butterflies. And more sentiments in 3 languages, tomorrow and hope. This is a belly band for the box that goes around the box so that you can decorate your box if you want to fill it with cards and give it as a gift. That's what that's intended for, I believe. And that's it. So that's the full contents of the kit. Put this away, get this out of the way. And I will walk you through the cards that I made. Okay. The first one, let me just start by showing you that there's instructions. And the first one I made is pretty much that card right there. And then I didn't make those 2 examples. I did some different ones, but the instructions are here. And if you're new to paper pumpkins, now that they've become in color, they're a little bit different. So whenever you see the dots like that with the dimensionals, that means that's where you place the dimensionals. If you see a solid color dot, that means that's a glue dot. So they want you to glue this piece flat, whereas this piece is popped up with dimensionals. So that's how that works. See, in these sentiments here, sentiment strips have the dimensional shape on it. So those are popped up as well. So that's how you read that. So they have full instructions to do each card, and then they even show you how you could decorate the outside of the box. And this is where I told you with the giant butterfly here and the ribbon and then the belly band, which I'm going to come up with something else for that. But so these are how they intend you to decorate the box if you want to follow those instructions. Okay. So that being said, the first card I made is this one, and I've pretty much followed the directions almost exactly, except for I took my white gel pen and I just made borders around each of the panels. I'm big for doing that. I left the inside blank, but just a white gel pen, it just adds a little bit something more to it. I do that a lot on my cards. The second card I made was this one. And I like how this one turned out. I was trying to get the most out of my little flag strips here. So these are actually cut in half. And then these flags are cut from the colored cardstock panels. So what did I do with them? Oh, here. So I basically cut one of these up and I used it to cut this strip here and this strip here, and then I stamped it with that splatter stamp, which is I stamped it with the splatter stamp right here to give it that texture. Oh, and this is Bumblebee. So this one is cut from the card base, this one here. So that flag was cut from this. This flag was cut from this. I added a piece of my own Bumblebee cardstock to that. And then these two were just cut in half. And that was cut in half. Now, what you'll notice is I have teeny tiny little strips right there. And those are from the inside of, and let me show you one that's not cut up, or uncut, I should say. So what gets left behind when you pop out those strips is this little piece right here. So you get 1, 2, 3 of them. And I use those to do little tiny accents. So I just cut them here and here, and then I cut it in half and I glued this one there and one there. And then it coordinates. Oh, and then I did the splatter stamp, and I also outlined in black. Just my Stampin' Right black, basic black marker. So this border's hand drawn in, this border's hand drawn in, and then I embellished with some splatters and some of the sequins and a couple butterflies. And then that's how I did the inside. Again, hand drawn border. Okay, so that's card number 2. Card number 3, I'm trying to remember how I did them in order. I think this was the third one I did. And this is that giant piece that goes on the other card, but I just was screwing around and I turned it over and I liked how it looked. So that's this cutout. This is one big giant cutout. I flipped it over to the white side and I pasted it onto a popped up, this is that sherbet panel that comes with it, or I'm calling it the sherbet ice cream panel. And this is a layer of petal pink behind it. And then Hope is stamped on petal pink, and that stamp came with the set. This stamp came with Love of Leaves. And there's a sentiment in there that says hope changes everything. So I just cut off the hope and I added that piece in there. Embellished with a couple of sequins. And then there's my inside. So I just took the stamps that are included with petal pink and I just stamped off some butterflies. So there's that one. Next one I did was this one, and this is really kind of outside the box for me. It's very, I would call this, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, it's black and white, abstract. It's a little bit abstract for me, but I just love it. I think this is one of my favorites. And the black dots are the black enamel dots that you can get in the current catalog. This was just a border that I ended up creating by accident using my stitched rectangle dies, and because I had basically punched one out in that size that was too big, and so I went down a size in my stitch rectangles, and when you do that it created this little border, and I thought, well, I'll use that somewhere. So I popped that up with some Stampin' Dimensional strips that look like this. So they come in a strip that are easy to use for tiny little borders like that. And then I popped up the butterflies. You Inspire Me is from the Delicate Dahlia set right now. That is part of the celebration free item you can earn. These were just stamped in black ink and fussy cut. So that's how that one turned out. Left the inside blank there too. Next one is Where There Is Hope, There Is Faith. And this one is that big punch out that I showed you a little bit ago, and that one goes over the top of this card base. So they line up. So like here's the circles of the butterfly lies over that. This is a big flower, lies over that. So just play with it. You can line it up however you want, and it just gets glued straight down. If you are you a liquid glue person, this is going to be hard to get down with liquid glue unless you dab it on. And I just used a sponge. I grabbed my silicone craft mat and squeezed a bunch of glue out, put my die cut down, and I just dabbed all over it and made sure I got the edges real good, and it fixed it that way. So this is the circle came from the kit. It was one of the pre-punched circles. This I hand cut using Melon Mambo and Blackberry Bliss, and I did heat emboss this with white embossing powder. And then the inside, Blackberry Bliss, There Is Faith, and then that's a stamp from the set too. So this was very pretty. Next one is using this same card base, but instead of putting an overlay on it, I cut out 2 of the butterflies. So there's some, you can see there's some dimension right there. And petal pink for the hello. The hello came from the Biggest Wish stamp set. And then I just took my black marker and I just outlined everything. I did use some Stampin' Blends to pull out a little bit more color in the butterflies and in the flowers, which caused it to bleed through. That's why I put a another white panel inside here to cover the bleed through that happened when I colored these flowers. But I just thought this was a different way to use this card base instead of putting the overlay on top of it. So again, I think I just like to use my black marker. And then the inside, this is cut from one of the envelopes. So I did cut up 3 of the envelopes. I left the other 6 intact in case I wanted to use them, but I did chop up 3 of them, and I used this insert for the inside of this card. Okay, this next one I think is one of my favorites because it just reminds me of summer. Thank you for everything is a sentiment that came from the flower set with the punch. Look, do I have it on hand? No. What did I do with it? I can't remember the name of the set, but oh, it's called Flowers of Friendship. So this sentiment came from the Flowers of Friendship set. This strip came in the set. These 2 pieces came in the set. So when I made this card, I cut out these butterflies, and I also cut those pieces out too. Oh no, that's not true. These 2 are separate components that I popped out from this sheet right here. So these are this is the little guy that popped out there. And so these 2 butterflies I didn't fussy cut out. That's what I used on this card. So I stand corrected on that. So these 2 butterflies went to this card, and then this piece went here. And then there's another set of punch out things that gave me this little star came from this punched out set. So that's how I compiled this card. And this ribbon is from the Playful Pets ribbon pack. It has a black and white baker's twine, and then it also has a red and white coordinating twine that's super cute. But this one I just thought gave it some nice contrast. I used the pumpkin pie ink and splattered on the corner, bordered it with a pumpkin pie base. This piece is popped up because the twine underneath it would have given it a big bump. So I popped up this white panel with dimensionals, and then I popped up the strip also. So I punched a hole, and then I wrapped the twine around, came all the way around, thread it through this hole over here, and then tied the bow. And that's how that works. Inside, I just did a little splatter stamping to coordinate with the front. So that's this one. And the last one uses these envelope or these butterflies are fussy cut, and they're fussy cut from this panel right here. So I popped this out. This is the butterfly here. Then there's this butterfly went here, and then this butterfly right there is that one. And then this came from the Many Messages stamp set with the coordinating dies. It's got that's the set that has the big giant die that cuts out all the sentiments. This background piece is from one of the envelopes that I chopped up. And then I threw a Blackberry Bliss border on it and embellished with some sequins. And then on the inside, from the same many messages set, hoping your day is full of love, laughter, and joy. Who wouldn't love to get a card that says that? Okay, so those are my cards. Those are my alternatives for Paper Pumpkin. I do have a extra one if anybody is interested. I hope that there's a refill kit for this set. I bet they will be available next month. This is when I bet it comes out. So why do I feel like I had more than, oh yeah, here. I was gonna say, I thought I had 8 cards. So here are the first 4, and then these 2. Which one is your favorite? I'd love to know. I don't know. I think for me, it's either this one or this one are my favorite. But a really colorful set of cards. You could put this together. There's 8, let's see, there's 8 cards. You could stack them 4 by 4, just like this, and just like this. Put your favorite one on top. Add the envelopes, and then you could put it back in this box and give this as a gift set to somebody. Use the tissue paper, add the envelopes. If you didn't like this design on the box, you could cover it with paper, coordinating paper, or you could flip the box inside out. I've seen some people do that and just restart from a blank slate of decorating the box, and then tie it with a bow, any kind of twine you have on hand. This would make a super lovely gift, a box gift of cards. In fact, I might do that. So, okay, that's it for my Paper Pumpkin tutorial today. Just a reminder, it is celebration till the end of September, and the starter kit special is still $99, gets you $125 of product, a free bundle, a Paper Pumpkin box, subscription box, free shipping, and you're looking at almost $200 in value when you get the free bundle in there, especially if you get one of the expensive ones. The free bundles are right here. And I actually created this flyer so that you could see the prices. So this is Christmas to Remember. That bundle is $60. That's a really good value. The other one that's a good value is Peaceful Cabin is $54. And then Christmas Season is also $54. So, well, this one, Nature's Harvest, is $53. So there's really great value in the starter kit. So if you are not a Stampin' Up! Customer right now, but you have quite a list of products or items that you need, maybe for the holiday to stock up, if you've got a long list of things, or if you've got an order, even if you think it's a small order that's close to $100, do the starter kit and get an extra $75 to $100 worth of free product when you sign up. So that gets you discount shopping for 3 months, and then if you want to just let your membership expire, you can, or you can stay on as a discount shopper. So that's that. So don't forget about that. That offer runs until the end of September. And celebration, you know about that. That's where you get free products for every $50 you spend. And there's a celebration catalog that you get to choose your items from. Looks like this. So every time you spend $50, you can get, for example, this bedazzling paper for free. You could get this paper here, which coordinates with the Playful Penguins set and punch, for free. So this whole catalog has options for different things that you earn whenever you spend money with Stampin' Up! Through the end of September. So go check it out. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me when you like my video and comment. My subscribers have gone up. I'm almost over 500. I'm trying to get to 1,000, so I would love if you subscribe to my channel as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.